The Denver Broncos arrived at AT&T Stadium on Sunday as 9.5-point underdogs, looking to prove not only that they could compete with the Cowboys, but beat them in a way no team had done this season. And what some are calling the most impressive win of the Vic Fangio era, Denver's defense held the league's best offense scoreless for 56 minutes. Thanks to constant pressure from the Broncos pass rush, Dak Prescott completed less than 36% of his passes in the first half, his lowest single-half completion percentage of his career. The Broncos offense was unstoppable as they ran for a season-high 190 yards, had 6 explosive plays of 20-plus yards, all the while controlling the clock for more than 41 minutes. Here's a look back at how Denver got their 7th straight win over Dallas.
Today, the Broncos on the road to face the Dallas Cowboys. Denver comes into today's game with a record of 4-4. The Cowboys are 6-1. The Broncos are a 10-point underdog, but as we like to say, Denver's got them exactly where they want them.
For the Broncos, here they are, they're 4-4. They're still in the mix in this playoff picture.
Listen, they can get a win here today and get to 5-4. They got a shot.
And a packed house here in Arlington, Texas on a gorgeous Texas Sunday afternoon. And here we go.
Bridgewater's under center, takes a snap, turns, hands it off to Williams. Out of 30-35, Williams on the left side, forced out of bounds after a big game. Gordon off the left side, and Gordon to the goal line. Touchdown, Denver! And the Broncos in this first quarter on the board first. Zach is going to be hit from behind, and down he goes. Dak Prescott never did see Jonathan Cooper, the rookie out of Ohio State. His home run ball left side. He wants Patrick. Patrick is there, makes the catch, and Denver with another touchdown. Prescott is going to be hit from behind and sacked. That's his second sack of the game. 4th and 7. The need to reach their own 35. Prescott faces a 4-man pressure, throws a ball that is intercepted. That is intercepted, and that is Caden Sterns. And Sterns and defensive teammates celebrating in the end zone. Why not? Cowboys rush 5. Quick throw, middle of the field, wide open is Kendall Hinton. Hinton in a foot race inside the 10, inside the 5. Quick throw right side, Patrick has it. Patrick straight ahead, he's got a first down. This is a huge win. The Broncos have beaten the Cowboys 30-16.
Well, now, thanks to FanDuel, Ryan Harris is here to point out a few of the best plays from what Kevin Burkhardt of the Fox broadcast said might be the best win by any team in the NFL this season. Let's start with this one. Teddy Bridgewater, possibly his best thrown ball of the year to cap off a 6-play, 80-yard drive.
Well, and a lot of things are going on here. First and foremost, you're going to get excellent blocking from the left tackle, Calvin Anderson right there. He's got to cover what they call a wide 9. That's a wide 9 technique. Teddy Bridgewater is also going to step up in the pocket. And then a big key here, Tim Patrick's located at the top of the screen. A lot of times when receivers run go routes, especially younger receivers, they collapse to that sideline. You got to stay towards the field to give your quarterback space to what you'll see. Teddy Bridgewater puts it right about that left shoulder, front pylon. But good quarterbacks always look at linebackers, but we've been working together a little bit now, Alexis. Great quarterbacks look at
the safeties.
Look at the safeties. So when you're a quarterback, you're going to look for the safety on this play. And the single high safety right here is right in the middle where he's supposed to be to start this play. There are going to be 2 go routes here from the wide receivers for the Broncos, but because this safety plays to that right hash, Teddy Bridgewater is going to go left to Tim Patrick for the big score. So you'll see as the play develops, first and foremost, Teddy Bridgewater is going to get the ball after the motion, step up with that big block from Calvin Anderson, and get into the pocket a little more, but he sees that safety cheek to the right, throws it to the left for Tim Patrick, bam, catches it right on his left shoulder, right on the sidelines. He had kept that distance. That's what makes the play.
Let's go ahead and move along. A little bit later in the same frame, Jonathan Cooper, he recorded his first career sack, and it was a big one on 2nd down.
Yeah, and congrats to Jonathan Cooper, an amazing story. He had heart surgery before this season, wasn't able to get a whole lot of training camp, but this move right here is called the swipe. Jonathan Cooper is going to be located towards the bottom of your screen here. He's going to be going against Steele, the left tackle. And what the swipe does is you swipe your hands to get the offensive lineman's hands off of you, but then you have to finish. That's the big key to getting the swipe. Sometimes guys make a swipe and they jump out. Well, now I'm further than the quarterback. But what Jonathan Cooper does a great job of here is making the swipe, but then turning the corner, and he avoids a penalty too as he jumps on Dak Prescott's back. So you'll see him swipe the hands here, whoop, get off of me, gets him off him, and then gets over the top. What a huge play, and especially after trading Von Miller for other defenders to feel that impact in the game, that's huge.
Yeah, Ryan, a loss of 11 yards on that play. A huge play by the rookie Jonathan Cooper. Now let's go ahead and fast forward to early in the fourth quarter. Kendall Hinton has been a reliable target for Teddy Bridgewater all season long, and he was again on Sunday.
Well, and this was my favorite play of the game. This is at a point where Dallas still has a chance to come back. It's 3rd and 14, and where does Teddy Bridgewater go to? But none other than Mr. Dependable, Mr. Play Every Position, Kendall Hinton. Now let's go look at a couple of things. Well, there's some space here, yeah, but what's going on there? This right here in this space, that's a lot of space. In addition, you're close to another gaping hole in the defense. Now, teams will do this. They call this the walk-up or the sup look, where those linebackers are up on the line of scrimmage and they might drop or they might come. But what nobody accounted for was Kendall Hinton being able to threaten the defender, threaten that corner with his eyes, make him backpedal, because if he doesn't sell the go route, this defender doesn't backpedal, but because he sells it, you're going to see the defender start backpedaling out of that area. Kendall Hinton catches it right on the hash mark, and here's what I love too. He finishes on the angle. Getting at an angle like that allows him to create separation while gaining distance, while gaining that yak, that yards after the catch. Huge play for this offense, for the team at this point. Big continued success for Kendall Hinton.
Yes, that was his 12th reception on 15 targets this season. Like you mentioned, the Hall of Famer, Kendall Hinton, big things.
Let's go.
Well, that play set up Teddy Bridgewater for his very first rushing touchdown of the season, with just a little less than 12 minutes left in the game to go up 27-0.
Well, a couple things here. One, Teddy goes through the matrix. He's going to go right and then left and then right. And what I love is the determination. You're going to see Teddy Bridgewater get a hand to the face, which should be a penalty. Don't know what the referees were looking at, but this is determination. This is Teddy Bridgewater putting the team on his back, saying, hey, guys, follow me. I'm going to end this drive with a touchdown. So at the snap of the ball, he's going to duck Micah Parsons, which he had done really well throughout the rest of the game. But this is close quarters. I mean, you can feel the guys breathing on you this close on the goal line. So first, you're going to see Teddy Bridgewater duck out to the right. He's going to go back to the left, ping pong back to the right, and then finish downfield. So here's the beginning of the play. And wham, misses Parsons, gets to the left. Oh, can't go there. I got to go right. Oh, extends it. Gets the hand to the face, says touchdown. And that was a huge play and a lot of fun, too. It's always fun when you're a lineman and your quarterback gets to score. I mean, quarterbacks shouldn't score like kickers shouldn't score, right? Great effort by him. Good push by the offensive line, and this score was the difference.
Yes, another outstanding showing by Teddy Bridgewater. Ryan, thank you so much for your time.
Always.
All right, I know you guys can't get enough of Ryan Harris, so stay tuned as he'll join the Denver 7 crew for more reaction to Denver's Week 9 win over Dallas. But before we head to break, here are some of the best still images from Sunday, snapped by team photographer Gabriel Christis. Welcome back to Broncos Country Connected. The Denver Broncos couldn't have executed their game plan against the Dallas Cowboys much better than they did Sunday afternoon en route to their second straight win and 5th of the season. For more on how this win could propel this team for the remainder of the season, let's check in with the Denver 7 crew. Here's Lionel Bienvenu.
Thanks, Alexis, and welcome to our Denver 7 segment brought to you by 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Guys, we've been on a roller coaster the last week. I mean, it started with an ugly win over Washington, right? Then the Von Miller trade. Then the Broncos going to Dallas. Ryan is 10-point underdogs. Nobody picks them to win. and they respond with the biggest victory in years. It's crazy. All right, here we are. A half game, Ryan, separates the 4 teams in the AFC West. A half game.
Yeah, and the Broncos have a great opportunity to extend to their win streak. They're streaking now, everybody. And what a win it was. On the road, in a dome, with 3 backup linemen on offense, and then defensively, you got no Von Miller, but that didn't stop the defense from getting sacks and shutting down one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Total team victory for the Broncos this week.
The #1 offense in the NFL. Wow. A goose egg into the 4th quarter, guys. Troy, after the Von trade, we heard everybody at Broncos headquarters, from George Paton to Vic Fangio, down to the players, no surrender. We're not giving up. There's no white flags. They said we're still in it to win it. And here we are. They are in it for sure.
Absolutely. This is the best regular season win they've had since Peyton Manning retired, since Ryan Harris was playing for the Broncos. It's also their biggest upset since 2005. They were a 10-point underdog. They didn't care. All they did was get physical, take it personally. As we've mentioned, some of the rookies played well. Jonathan Cooper, what a game for him. But it was just the fact that us against the world mentality, they allowed it to manifest into something special. And frankly, it changed how we frame this season moving forward.
Some confidence and some swagger was back. Vic Fangio, Swaggy V, as Nick Rothschild called him. All right, Ryan, this is the Forrest Gump offense. Run, Forrest, run! Now, look, this is a passing league, right? Elite quarterbacks are the kings, but this is true at any level of football. If you can run it, smash mouth, heartbreaking, soul-snatching power football, you got a chance.
Well, and it helps your play-action pass game, which the Broncos are hovering at about 40% every game, play-action pass from Teddy Bridgewater. But you need that run game, not just to make the defense think, but to force them to believe you're going to run the ball. 38 called runs, 41 total runs on the day. But when you have to stop the run 38 times, you're not thinking about the pass if you're a defense. So an excellent game plan and one they need to continue moving forward. You got to rush the ball 25 to 35 times per game to keep everything else open.
As a lineman, when that's working, I mean, that's when you feel the power, right?
Well, you love it because you're inflicting your will on your opponent.
Yes.
But the other thing, you know that the big play is coming, as we saw, the Jerry Jeudy catch, the Kendall Hinton catch for first down in the 4th quarter. Big plays open up when you can run the football like that. Linemen love it, and the whole team knows it.
Well, Troy, they scream it in every horror movie. Run! Run for your lives! Yes, run for your lives. Is this the identity that the Broncos want to have on offense?
Absolutely. Throw the sawdust down, get grimy, get dirty, get dirt under your fingernails. Ryan knows this. Linemen get into rhythm when you run, and when you're able to run when you want to, not when you have to, then you have something. And that's what they had against Dallas. They imposed their will, and when you can do that on a defense, the defense starts to feel helpless. And again, as Ryan said, it allows you to prey on the aggressiveness of cornerbacks. Trayvon Diggs, all he does is look for the big home run. He got burnt because of the fact they were able to run the football.
3-6 Eagles coming to town on Sunday. This is a very winnable game, Ryan. If the Broncos play the same way they did against Dallas, you cannot come in and lay an egg at home.
You absolutely can't. You got to build on the momentum. But one of the things that happens when you go on a win streak kind of midway through the year, so much belief is built throughout the team. But they're going to have their hands cut out for them. Philadelphia is a top 10 defense, averaging about 24 points per game. Plus, Jalen Hurts is a tough matchup, will take off and run. But they really live by the big, deep ball. So if the Broncos can defensively stop the big play, I like the Broncos winning this one.
Troy, a chance to go into the bye week, 6-4, on a 3-game win streak with time to heal the injuries. Man, this game Sunday is another one that you got to have.
Yeah, listen, the hardest thing in sports is to have confidence without results. Now they've won a couple in a row. In the NFL, the hard part is doing it the next game, stacking it up, making it matter. And there is a vulnerability to the Eagles' defense. They have allowed 4 passers to have at least an 80% completion percentage. So if the Broncos are able to establish any run game at all, it is going to open up for Teddy Bridgewater to have his best game of the season.
All right, thanks, guys. Well, look, it is no secret the transition from college to NFL football, it ain't easy. So many things to learn on and off the field. For Caden Sterns, it meant leaving home for the very first time. This week, Denver 7 sports anchor Nick Rothschild caught up with the Broncos safety, who had that big pick in Dallas, to talk about growing up fast and the support system that keeps him going.
I'm just saying I'm grown. I'm paying bills, you know. I got a dog that I have to go home and take care of every day. Between the dog and paying bills, Caden Sterns jumped into the deep end of adult life.
I just have it like automatically come out of my account just so, because I'm a forgivable person.
Coming to Denver meant living on his own for the first time. And like we all realize at some point, those chores stack up.
All right, I would do this chore later just to get my free time and just chill since I'm so busy all the time. But mostly on my off day when I'll end up cleaning around the house and doing stuff like that.
Luckily, Sterns has a team of support.
The Denver Broncos select Caden Sterns,
Captained by his biggest fan, his mom, Brandy.
I love her so much. She does a lot. Really, she's my best friend now. You know, when I was younger, she used to whoop me and stuff like that, obviously, and discipline me when I needed to be. Now it's like she's my best friend. Like, if I need something done and I know somebody's going to pick up, I'm going to call my mom and she'll pick up.
The Sterns really know how to fill out a roster. Caden has 3 brothers, all football players.
Wrap up a bundle of socks and make it a football, and we'll play football in the house.
Jordan played in the NFL. Josh and Jareth both play at Western Kentucky, and Jareth is tearing it up.
Wide open spaces, Jareth Sterns.
My brother right now is leading the whole country in receptions and receiving yards, I think a game or something like that, so he's doing really well, so I'm just really proud of him.
Who's the best athlete then?
I'll probably have to say our youngest brother, which is Josh, who most people really haven't seen yet.
Watch out, the Sterns may take over the league, because for Caden and the rest of his team, football is family.
Amazing. It's probably one of the biggest things that, obviously the game of football brings to you is just being able to provide for those that you love. So even like the small things, take a family vacation or something like that, being able to do things more than I was when I was younger.
Well, still to come here on Broncos Country Connected, learn more about Broncos rookie and rushing leader from Denver's most recent win over Dallas, Javonte Williams. Don't go anywhere.
Broncos Country Connected is presented by Carpet Mill Outlets. Bigger discounts, better selections.
Welcome back to this final segment of Broncos Country Connected, presented by Ford. From Quinn Miners stepping in for Graham Glasgow to Jonathan Cooper recording his first career sacks, Denver's rookie class played a huge role in the Broncos' biggest win of the season on Sunday. First-year running back Javonte Williams recorded his first 100-yard performance, out-rushing the 3-time Pro Bowler Ezekiel Elliott 111 yards to 51. We recently caught up with the Broncos' second-round pick to learn more about him and his game for this week's Player Spotlight.
Okwuegbunam on from a wing right to a wing left on 2nd and goal. They reset back right. They run the toss right. Here comes Javonte Williams. Williams into the end zone, and Denver has a touchdown. Javonte Williams' first NFL touchdown.
I started out in high school playing linebacker. I played linebacker all the way up to my junior season. Then we got a new head coach in high school. He moved me to running back. By the time I moved, it was really, like, recruiting for my class was really closed. So, like, all the schools was passing on me. And UNC had told me to come to a football camp. And they told me I could be, like, a walk-on linebacker if I wanted to. But I told them I really, like, if I was going to walk on somewhere, then I was just going to go somewhere else. Like, I wasn't going to be at North Carolina. So some stuff happened. Somebody decommitted or something like that. And they offered me right after the state championship game my senior year. And the rest, ever since then, it just took off. I feel like it really humbled me not getting recruited out of high school. And then when I got to UNC, having to play just special teams my freshman year, and then starting to play my sophomore and junior year, playing with Michael Carter, both of those years, it also helped me, like, just being here with Mel and like the 2-back system. So I'm pretty used to that. So I feel like it really prepared me. My favorite moment as a Bronco, besides getting drafted, I'd say it was rookie minicamp. Just coming out here and just seeing everybody, like, making the same mistakes and, like, everybody getting frustrated because we always, like, top dogs at our school. So then we come here and we got to start over and everybody just frustrated and, like, just saying, like, dang, bro, it might be harder than what expected. But now, like, everybody's starting to get it clicking. And now I can just think back to the days at rookie minicamp when everybody was stressing, like, thinking that we wasn't good enough for the NFL, but now everything's starting to work out smooth.
Bridgewater looks to set up the screen, does so to Javonte Williams. Williams inside a block, hurdles to the end zone, touchdown Denver! And the Broncos with a huge touchdown.
If I had to describe my game using one word, I'd say physical. I just like to win. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to win. And I feel like physicality is probably my best trait. just angry, relentless, just me wanting to compete.
Hands it off to Javonte Williams. Williams runs over one tackler and then just like a torpedo runs to another tackler, and he's loose inside the 25. They can't get him down. He's inside the 10.
I just didn't want nobody to bring me down on that play. And I think what really helped me is the dude who jumped my back, he was going for the ball. And when he did that, he just like kind of wrapped on and he was too high at that point. So he couldn't slide back down or he thought I was going to break the tackle. So I feel like he just held on until somebody else came in and grabbed me. One thing that a lot of people don't know about me, I can play the piano. When I was little, my grandma I used to hate her for it back then, but after school every day, like I just want to go to football practice or something. And she'd be like, nah, you gotta go to piano lessons first. So every day I had to take piano lessons for like an hour until I was probably like 11 or 12. My favorite quote, I actually got a tattoo. It's grind now and shine later. Like that's just something I always live by. It's something my dad taught me when I was growing up. Even with my homework in football, he always made me like make sure I do my homework first, then I can go to practice. And that's just something that stuck with me now. He'd just say, go ahead and do what you got to do now. You can just have fun later.
Bridgewater hands it off to Williams. Williams tries to burst that side, right side. He's got the edge. 40, 35, 30, 35, 25 inside the Raider 20-yard line. He leaps over the top of a Raider defender. A gain of 30 yards, maybe exactly what the Broncos needed.
Javonte Williams currently ranks first in the league with a 37% forced missed tackle rate, which according to PFF is better than 19 teams. So if you weren't sure why the Broncos moved up in the draft to get him, now you do. That'll do it for this week's edition of Broncos Country Connected. We'll be back same time, same place next Tuesday to relive Denver's Week 10 matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see you then.
Broncos Country Connected is brought to you by Ford Trucks. Built better, built stronger, built Ford tough.